a
Yeah.
lot of people just don't have a coach. So I just wanted to start with a really simple but fun topic of what is running economy and how do you improve it?
Perfect question. Well, so on the multi-day people and in the through hike people listening, all these principles still apply. Like, I
Mhm.
think one of the places where we've had the most success is with multi-day athletes like John Kelly and Damian Hall and Andrew Skurka back when he would do these long expeditions and stuff. And so I think that like no matter where you're coming from, it's the same type of principles, and it gets back to this idea of running economy. So what running economy means is the amount of energy it takes for a given output or F pace, essentially. And there can be a lot of different exact definitions within that framework. So the given energy at VO2 max, so velocity at VO2, or velocity at lactate threshold, like 1 hour effort, or velocity at aerobic threshold. So here we're talking, a number of hours effort. And that item in particular, velocity at aerobic threshold, velocity at the top end of your zone 2 out of 5 zone model, is basically what determines all ultra performance. And everything else around that can be trained pretty quickly. Those running economy metrics take a lot longer to train, but once you do train them, they're pretty sticky. And so the reason I've been able to do what I've been able to do in hundreds is like I just run by heart rate essentially. And my running economy is so good that I'm able to just go faster than other people while still going easy enough to replace all the calories I burn. And so if you're going much farther than that, like, through hikes and things like that, you are still at some percentage of that same metric. And so raising the ceiling raises the floor is the overarching way to think about it in ultras. And then it's a direct application to performance at shorter races like marathons, 10Ks, 5Ks, whatever. And the way to improve it is usually, I mean, so it's an all encompassing variable that at its core is mainly aerobic development. So aerobic development through all means is good, which means just like going out there and doing something. But layered on top of that, the thing people miss is that so much of it is mechanically operated. So how much muscular output you have, not just at those effort levels, but just overall. And so building your power and that output year round is maybe the fundamental tenet of how we approach training, particularly with age, when these variables want to start reversing, especially the mechanical output one. So a good example is what I did today. It's 15 days after the race. My body is at the point where it's able to do this. So I did 16 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off. And that really simple workout just helps your body, one, improve mechanical output, two, stimulate the velocity at VO2 max so you can get a little bit of that. But then three, maybe the element that I've kind of left to the side here is improve how your nervous system actually conducts signals from your brain to allow you to go faster. And so you put it all together, and that 16 by 1 workout, even though it just takes a little bit and isn't that big of a lift, is more important for me than any long run